got a phone call from Tyrone Park, actually, of all people, that had a friend in New York that saw one of the first previews, and he basically said to me, it is one of the most exciting shows that we've seen in New York in years. And it was not long after that they released the cast recording, and I'd sort of already had it on my radar and was trying to, watch as much as I could on YouTube. And then the minute the cast recording came out, I sort of listened to it once and went, that's it, I have to start chasing the rights.
It's basically about these bunch of Marines who they have this tradition called the Dogfight, in which they try and invite unconventional, some say ugly women to a party in order to win the pot, essentially, that they've all paid for to be a part of. And my character, Eddie Birdlace, summons this naive wallflower waitress Rose to this party, and she ends up finding out, the true cause of why she's there. And then the show and film evolves around the rest of that actual night. Now isn't that that kind of connection? So why not come to a party with me? Why not come to this party? A five-piece band, I'll take your hand, Rose, and swirl.
And it's a lot of Eddie and Rose just sort of discovering the other person, and just a lot. It's really quite intimate between those two, and a lot of it is discovering what they want out of the other person. The
musical numbers are phenomenal. The score by Pasek and Paul that they've created it's really evocative music, isn't it? When it has echoes of the 60s period. We're set in 1963, but also that kind of contemporary rock Broadway that we hear in Rant and that we hear in Spring Awakening. It has those kinds of feels to it too.
Rose is influenced by so many folk music artists. Like they're definitely.
She's an aspiring musician.
She's an aspiring musician. So the lyrics and the tone of my songs kind of stand. Like they're definitely different from everything else because they are really quite true to her colour and her tone. Isn't it funny?
The argument about misogyny that erupted, I guess, in London over it, I think it really just speaks to different cultures and different sensibilities and where the UK is compared to the US, compared to Australia in terms of being conservative.
The ugliest gal wins a water dough for the guy who brung her. I'm the ugliest, so I win.
There is absolutely an event that occurs in the show that is the I guess the driving force of what brings these characters together. That's a horrid event and historically accurate. Musical theatre is never all just feathers and sequins, and if it doesn't deal with these kind of areas and sort of hold a mirror up to the events, I think we're missing out on something. As popular as this show is amongst theatre crowds in New York, and certainly the cast recording has blazed a trail with all the students in Australia, so all the students at WAPA and Brent Street and AIM and VCA, they all obsess over it. But it's certainly it's proving to be a challenge to let the general public of Australia know what it is and what it's about and why they should come and see it. And as like with all new shows, you hope that, like I did, they listen to the music. They get exposed to it in the next few weeks as we open, and then, the stampede will follow. That's the theory.
They're the dogs, no, they're the swine. Nice girls for real nice time.